So while this little blue liquid may not look like much, but it's actually one of the most powerful regenerative molecules your body already makes. GHK Copper. It's a copper peptide that helps your skin heal faster, tightens up, and even stimulates hair growth all naturally. So if you want to recover from injuries faster, look younger, have smoother skin without resorting to non-natural means, Botox, lasers, plastic surgeries, all that stuff, then this little blue stuff is something that you're going to want to hear about. So today we're going to go ahead and break down how does it work, the dosing, side effects, and maybe some expectations if you're considering using GHK-Cu. GHK Copper, this is a naturally occurring peptide that your body already produces. And when GHK binds with copper, hence GHK-Cu, it becomes a signaling molecule and it basically tells your body to start repairing itself. So you can kind of think about GHK-U like a button. It tells your body to start regenerating. Now, when you're young, you have high levels of GHK copper, and most of us remember your skin heals quickly, collagen stays strong, your hair grows thick, no wrinkles. But as we age, we really start to see the signs of the drop in GHK copper, such things like poor, slow healing, our hair starts to thin, we start getting more wrinkles, all of that fun stuff that happens as we age. Now, GHK copper actually activates genes that increases our collagen and our elastin production, also DNA repair, stem cell activation, and it's really anti-inflammatory. So most of us know the effects of inflammation. So if we can kind of peel that back, we already know this is going to be a super beneficial peptide. So what are some of the reasons that we use it clinically? Now, for most of you who've seen most of my content, really focusing on that optimal aging, I'm most excited for its anti-inflammatory effects. It's been shown to lower TNF alpha, decrease oxidative stress, reduces inflammation, and inflammation is one of the key causes of aging. Now, with that, we get all of the other awesome benefits as far as like skin rejuvenation. Clinical studies are showing GHK copper to reduce wrinkles, tightens the skin, and overall it improves elasticity in a few weeks. So GHK copper improves wound healing. It speeds up the tissue repair. This reduces scarring, and it even helps remodel collagen in surgical or burn wounds. Think about getting some stitches done or maybe in minor office procedure. We really want to get in there and help heal that up as soon as possible. Otherwise, you get scars that build up and decreases the tissue elasticity. A lot of other people are super excited for its ability to help with hair growth. GHK copper actually increases follicle size and blood flow to the scalp, therefore helping regrow thicker, healthier hair. And so after hearing all of that, you can imagine just systemically how good GHK copper is going to be for recovering from injuries. It also helps with things like sun damage and overall post-procedures like surgeries. So this is not just like a cosmetic peptide. This is actually one of the best regenerative peptides. Now, GHK-U is a new and exciting peptide, and there are multiple forms of dosing and delivery. I'm going to talk about the three most popular, which are topical, microdosing, and injectable. There are some orals available. I want to talk about that in another video because there's controversy about oral peptides. Now, one of the more popular ways that people are using it right now is topically. You have creams that take 0.2%, 0.05%. You can apply it once to twice a day. And then you can add it with other things that help moisturize. So that is most often used for like scars or maybe for cosmetic reasons. Many of the other people here are probably very familiar with microneedling. Microneedling is very popular in PRP and even in hair growth. You basically make all these minor abrasions under the skin. And so people use platelet-rich plasma to help drive that into the subcutaneous and superficial in your skin area. So just like PRP, you can do this with GHK copper. This again is going to be helping with scars, fine lines, hair restoration. Microneedling does increase the absorption and it dramatically boosts collagen remodeling. Now, you can also just do it like in a subcutaneous injection or mesotherapy. These are for deeper tissue repair or anti-aging protocols. Clinicians will usually use 2 to 5 milligrams once, 2, 3, 4 times a week, divided in small doses across different target areas. And expectation-wise, I would say within 4 to 6 weeks, a lot of people start to notice some form of improvement, but really at that 8 to 12 week mark is when people really start to comment on improvement in skin elasticity and just looking younger. Now, let's talk safety and side effects. GHK-U copper, it's naturally found inside of your body. Now, not everything natural is safe because you can make an argument for Botox, and Botox has its place. I don't want to be the guy ripping on Botox right now. I know that's controversial, but cyanide is also natural, and cyanide's poisonous. But really, GHK copper being naturally found inside of your body is only really going to be dangerous how you're using it and in super high doses. So, for people who are using it topically, sometimes you might get some minor irritation, some redness. Now, injectable wise, like any type of injection, you can get minor bruising. Sometimes it hurts a little bit as it goes in. Now, anytime we're talking about injecting stuff, you need to make sure that you're sourcing this from a good place. You can get an anaphylactic response, like where your throat closes up and your body just has an overall allergic reaction to anything that you inject, like natural things, drugs, like you may have been fine at one point. So that's always a chance you're taking when you're injecting something. And when you're dealing with injectables, you have to store them properly. A lot of people aren't that comfortable with needles, so that's a kind of whole other can of worms as far as when you're trying to pick out, look, do you want to do topical first? Would you want to do injectable? Would you like to try oral? So it's not just which way is the most effective, which way can you actually do it? Which way can you actually source the stuff right? And which stuff is going to be safest for you? And so overall, it is pretty safe. Excess copper can disrupt your mineral balance, so you don't want to stack GHK copper with heavy copper supplements unless you're being monitored by a practitioner, which, in my opinion, you should be doing this with a practitioner either way. Otherwise, from that, it's usually well tolerated, it's not toxic, it's credibly effective, especially if you're getting it from a good source. And the other thing that you want to be mindful of if you're doing GHK copper is your zinc intake. Zinc and copper kind of fight each other in the body in certain ways. So I would really recommend working with a healthcare practitioner to watch your copper and zinc levels. So overall, if you're looking for a natural way to restore collagen, heal faster, make your skin look and feel more youthful, regenerate faster, decrease inflammation, then I would definitely say you should look into GHK copper, especially it already being naturally found in your body. Personally, I'd want to go with this before something like plastic surgery. Now, if you found this video helpful, if you've taken GHK Copper, I'd love to hear your experience below. What was your dose? How much did you take? And did you see some benefits? And if you appreciate this video, stick around. I'll be coming out with another video talking about the glow peptide. Again, that's a combination of GHK Copper, BPC 157, and TB 500. And if you found this topic interesting, I think you'd like this other video that I did. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time, stay vigilant, my friends, and God bless.